the reason that Revolution banned Pebbles in the first two bans is because they don't. I don't think they want Saint to dual lane mid, and I know that's a pretty comfortable dual lane mid for them. But Sync actually picked Fade in the first three picks, which reveals that they either want a jungle pull or they want to try lane. Because Fade's a really good second support on the Sarah usually.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. I wonder. Well, as I'm looking at that, I'm thinking. I mean, so it could be a trap, but it also. I mean, Fade middle's not out of the question, right?
Yeah,
So.
but one thing is that yeah, they have done Fade mid before.
Yeah.
But if Warbeast isn't in the jungle and they decide to lane him and then try versus try, that the Warbeast tri lane is usually going to win because of just the war cry.
Yeah.
They have a really good advantage.
That helps a lot. Yeah. Warbeast, Behemoth, and there's Moira now coming out with a third pick. So they like their support option here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Sync on the Sandray. So Sync throwing a little bit of the global presence here. The gank squad with the Fade and the Sandray. Good combination together already. All right. Wonder Tundra and Parasite are still both there. Probably ban one of those, if not both of them.
Yeah, definitely. Even a Doctor Repulsor. But I mean, Legion could pick a Doctor Repulsor, but Doctor's like susceptible to man up lanes.
Wow. They don't ban any. Midas, Magnus, and Lodestone are their bans instead.
Yeah, that's a little strange that they don't ban on Tundra.
I guess they figure maybe, well, because Evil Corporation is show. I was gonna say they figure maybe he wouldn't be a suicide, but Zane has played it for them plenty of times in that suicide even. So I'm sure Zebe could do the same here. They get Masera the Fade, and you get, of course, lapped on his famous jungle Parasite. So it really would work out perfectly. It feels like if they want that. So
I think they might have. Well, maybe not. I was saying that I think they could have third picked the Moira on Legion side because they saw the second pick Fade and they knew that they were going to try the like the global strategy. But that would require Fade to go mid on the Sarah if they'd actually thought that.
yeah, maybe yeah. Well,
but Becerra is known for going mid on Fade, so that's a pretty reasonable assumption.
Definitely. Swiftblade is a final man. They were spending a lot of time thinking about that one. I don't know if he just got distracted or it's really actually been a lot of thought there, but yeah, it does span the Swiftblade as well as the Gladiator and the Malakin before that, so kind of a mix of middle/carry presence. See Prisoner coming out. I mean, it seems like, again, Parasite and Tundra are that obvious, and it's been a combination of all these heroes together that have been so powerful, but it doesn't mean they'd have to go it, and they're not. Riptide coming out. Okay. Interesting. So, wait, what does that mean, though?
Well, they wanted... I don't know if they're going to dual lane mid with Riptide, or they're going to solo mid. But Bubbles was available there, but maybe they just didn't want to run the Bubbles.
But see, I'm confused now because who the hell is their suicide?
Well, I think they're going to do a solo Sandray top and then like a Riptide mid and maybe a tri-lane bottom.
Okay.
Or long lane.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They could even still do something like a Parasite here too and get the pseudo tri-lane and going on. Yeah. All right.
I think one reason they also picked Riptide there is because Moira, she's not the strongest dual lane mid hero. I mean, she's good for setting up ganks in the mid lane, but like she's more of a safe lane support. She's a defensive laning support, I think.
Yeah.
Until she's able to make gigs happen with her E.
Whoa.
So yeah, a Doctor. So this is definitely going to be a tri-lane.
Yeah. Okay, so the Puppet final pick. So it is going to be Haxorn with Sandra now. And they're going to give Puppet to Zibby, it looks like. Okay. Zlapped on the Riptide. What?
Yeah. It's going to be, I think, Sandra solo top, Riptide mid, and Puppet Master, Babe, and Rhapsody bottom. which I think is good because they have a Moira, which is kind of a defensive support and not that good against tri lanes, and they have a jungle war beast.
Huh. I'm just, again, nothing against Lapped, obviously a fantastic player, but just seeing him on a middle Riptide here, I mean, that's definitely a little unexpected in itself, but
One thing is I know that Zane, if like he thinks that he can't lane top or that they're going to be aggressive bottom or in their safe lane, he just won't lane top. He will like tri lane or quad lane bottom and make sure that his safe lane wins and gets the farm. And it's a good strategy because you're essentially losing the suicide lane anyways as Behemoth, and you can secure that your safe lane wins.
Yeah, makes sense. So Sam Wraith is essentially going to have really open here as far as.
I think so. I think that's what they're doing. Unless they want to run the Suicide War Beast, but I'm not...
Well, he did go the Hatchet, so would you... I don't know if you'd go Hatchet if you're running Suicide War Beast.
I mean, they know that he's going to be a 1v1, so a Hatchet's a good pickup.
Okay, true.
But what they could... I mean, I guess Suicide War Beast is going to be fine top, so it's okay. But they could also just run him in the jungle anyway, since they'll have 4 bottom.
Yeah, no, I liked what you're saying there. It definitely made sense, but they're just gonna have more of a traditional defensive tri-lane instead and do the Suicide War Beast. Again, he still will have the impact you're getting at before too with the battle cry here of War Beast and affecting everyone on his team, but especially here at this bottom lane. Fade Puppet Master and Rhapsody all heading down here, of course. So. Here we go. The clash will begin. So now that, we know obviously Warbeast isn't down here, but again, helping with the battle cry. You mentioned much more of a very defensive support, even as is kind of Behemoth, you could say too. So, the counter warding has begun, and they take it out immediately. So good start there.
Yeah, I think that that Hellborn's tri-lane definitely has the advantage here.
Okay.
Because Doctor usually gets his W at level 3, then he starts leveling it up, but it's really not that impactful in this tri-lane here in the early levels. And I don't think he's going to be able to get his Q on people either. But maybe.
Yeah, and Scurry back to his carry ways here, playing the Doctor Repulsor, by the way, so Referante on the Prisoner. Yeah, something about that last game. Had them do it a little bit differently, but... Back to the expected here now. As you do see Doctor, he's really focusing on those last hits here. Puppet Master at a slight advantage though, but the lane's pretty far pushed up for this Legion team, it feels like.
And Hellborn did a good job of warding the pull, so the supports can't farm that in the tri-lane.
Taking out that option. You do see the Rev Ward also that was placed to counter ward as we saw earlier, so... Having to do with that. Okay, there are the lanes. Let's talk about the middle lane here for a second. Prisoner versus Riptide. Riptide really has proven to be a strong solo hero. But Prisoner, pretty good himself as bottom lane. No, they're not going. What do you think about this middle matchup here?
I think that it was really good that they forced him in the tri-laning from Hellborn. And usually Riptide can be Prisoner. Riptide dominates most melee heroes mid, so... I think this is a really good draft coming out from Sync. They thought ahead and knew that they were going to pressure them in the tri-lane.
See right there, a hook chance, and Riptide just easily sidesteps it. Obviously with that MI element as well, the movement speed and helping there in cases like that. So, and he has the boots on top of that. So yeah, pretty good there. You do see the pull camp, as you mentioned, not able to stack it. They still do the pull with it and try to get a little bit of farm at least, but... the creep wave going to get a little more pushed back because of that.
And War Beast and Sand Wraith are about even up here.
15 and 2 War Beast. You got a 15-0 Sand Wraith. That would be pretty much even, yeah. Does that surprise you? I mean, War Beast, so against another melee, I guess shouldn't be too surprising.
Not really. Sand Wraith is going to have a weak, 1v1er, and War Beast they should both pretty much be free farming.
Oh, we got bottom lane action, though. Dr. Repulsor, he's the one dropping low. So is Fade. They want the kill first. Who's going to get it? It will be the Hellborn team. Zimmy gets it on to Dr. Repulsor. And now Moira also in trouble. You see Fade barely staying alive in the background. Moira one auto attack away. She will fall as well. Zimmy gets the double tap on top of that Bloodlust kill. And Macera managed to escape throughout it all. So that's the start that Sync was definitely looking for. They eventually get to it. And now they are dominating this bottom lane, is safe to say.
Yeah, Legion's tri-lane doesn't have much damage, and I think honestly, Squarey could have just he could have last hit the Fade before dying, gotten the Bloodlust kill. Well, if Sarah was running away.
You do see Regen Rune going to be picked up by Riptide here, so not going to be able to get much from that, at least not really an aggressive ganking rune, that is. But yeah, Fade is coming back in now, going for that rune control. About half-life. Be careful. The mana batteries, though, definitely doing the work. Both Rhapsody and Fade having them. Behemoth and Moira, on the other hand, they do not. And look at this, the Burning Shadows. It's such a long-range stun. It does connect on Behemoth. He's trying to get his fissure off, but the staccato's causing issues. He eventually does. Fade is trying to run away again, barely will survive. This time no counter kills though, unless Moira, what is she doing? Oh, she tried to commit to try to kill Fade. Now she is going to be fine actually. Rhapsody wants the kill, he's not going to get it though. Rhapsody will end up dying. Here comes Prisoner as well, that was delayed long enough. Fade comes in to clean up on a Behemoth. Samrith popped his ultimate, he just got it. And he cleans up. It's chaos here at the bottom lane, and it's going to continue. Prisoner 945 versus Sandwraith. Make that Riptide also here. So is Warbeast. Ultimately, all 5 heroes on either side join the party. The Riptide getting in there with the Eye of the Storm to finally finish it as he takes out Prisoner right there. I mean, it just kept happening, man. More and more players joining the party. Sync coming out on top, though.
Yeah, they have the Sandwraith to ulti down bottom as soon as he hits 6. And Zlat actually ended up Mario partying down there also.
Yeah, that's what you call it, the Mario. I like these terms that you guys use for some of these abilities here. The coconut.
Yeah, Mario
for
Party
Jester.
for Riptide, Doctor's Q or Poops and stuff like that. But it's so common.
The Mario, but why the Mario Party? I'm trying to understand that.
It's just because it's like this huge AoE ulti, and he zooms all over the place, and like
it's like
when
a
he doesn't
mini
hit his
game.
target. Yeah, it's like a mini game type thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So we just call it the Mario Party.
Oh, Rhapsody. One auto attack. Probably. Those Hellhounds are a little too fast. Faster than her, so yeah, be able to chase her down and get the kill. Riptide, the real one, is in there with the illusions. However, he realized pretty quickly that he needs to start running. He's trying to with the shackle on, though. It ain't easy, and now Fissure's time to follow. Down goes Riptide, so good job by the Legion team collapsing on his lap there and getting another kill out of it. Now they're going to pressure middle lane, so a couple of back-to-back pretty big kills there for Revolution here. Keeping it close at least as Warbeast helping to push this middle tower. I mean, this is probably going to be a tower kill.
Yep. But they can't forget about the Puppet Master farming bottom. He's almost 400 GPM, essentially free farm. But they do have a pretty good team of dealing with the Puppet Master. But it comes down to, again, that they're running the 2 semi-carries with the Sandwraith and the Puppet Master.
I wonder what kind of build Hackstron's going to go for as well. It seems like this Staff of the Master, the Restoration Stone idea, and now Mach first has pretty much been the go-to. But how do you feel about the whole Resto Staff phase here? I
personally really like it. The Mach, of course, after the bottle, Steam Boots. But Resto Stone, it lets you have so much map presence pretty much at all times because you almost always have an ultimate up. And then the Staff of the Master effect, I like it too because it goes through Shrunken Head. The fear does, and it's a large AoE fear.
Don't look back.
And Sandwraith does a lot of damage just with the Mach and his W. And the Staff Resto.
STST feeling the pain right there.
I feel like I'm always talking during a kill.
No, I mean, now I know I won't always have my camera on it, but I mean, I'll cut you off if it's a really big fight, to be honest. But things like that, I mean, it's fine. Don't feel like you have to stop. I'll tell you to shut up if we need to. How about that?
Alright.
Oh, but, okay, shut up. Here we got a fight at the bottom lane. Dr. Repulsor goes down, and the chase is on in favor of the Hellborn side. Moria, though, with the stun. Here comes the Prison Break turret. They're going for it. Puppet Master is taken out, and Riptide's now in a bad spot as well. She will end up going down most likely. Yep, she could not escape from that one, as Sandwraith and Rhapsody are able to make their way out of there. What a turn, though, for this Legion side. Pexu actually even picking up the double tap throughout it. And now they're going to push this tower as well. They even have the Golden Experience Lead now on their side. So a couple of pretty strong fights here, and all of a sudden Revolution in the lead here.
Yeah, the Prisoner is absolutely huge. And same with the Warbeast. Warbeast is almost 550 GPM, and he's been pushing towers. So he's playing really well.
Hook, he gets Rhapsody. They're tempting fate right there, and unfortunately Rhapsody, she's going to feel it in the end. The Shockwave coming out, doing some decent damage as well. Warbeast in the meantime, though, held behind, but he's just out of range. No, the Whiplash will connect to secure the kill. Behemoth wants to go back in, though. One more second on his stun. He gets stunned first, though the hook is going to miss, and now here they come. So a case of overstaying their welcome yet again. We've seen that several times this game now, as here comes the Eye of the Storm or the Mario Party, whatever you want to call it. And Moira, the zero-item Moira, will end up falling there. So, man, we already have, what is that, 21 hero kills in not even 10 minutes. That's a lot of kills. A lot of action this game.
Yeah, a lot of action. It's a fun game to watch.
Absolutely. Riptide, it kind of feels like he's also one of those heroes that'll almost cause that action to happen. That I had the Storm ability. But obviously Tri-Lane versus Tri-Lane is also a big reason for that too. That we had at the bottom lane down here. So, but again, you look at the big picture, and I mean, Warbeast is really continuing. So, what kind of build, like we saw last game, was a little bit different. He went the early Shrunken and then even a Nullifier Blade. Is this more of like a hard-hitting carry, like a Demonic first or something like that, or what do you want to see here?
I think he needs like a Shrunken Head and a Basher. Yeah, Shrunken Head and Basher, so he doesn't get locked down by Puppet Master. He'll be able to just sit on their carries, because their carries aren't very mobile. I mean, I guess Sandwraith kind of is, because he can go into the trees, but definitely he wants that fast Basher Shrunken Head.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious what Doctor's going to go, because he's having a really, really slow start.
Yeah, 220 gold per minute, not Squirry's best game at all. What would you go in this case? I mean, is there an item that you do differently here to maybe start recovering?
See, it's hard to say, because he wouldn't be able to get an icon for a really long time. And Doctor's a hero, like, it's kind of awkward to just rush a Shrunken Head on him, which is what he kind of needs, though, but... So I'm not sure. I'm actually interested to see where he'll go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a big stop there from Slapped. And yep, down goes Pexu. I was going to say, Pexu initially doing a great job of escaping right there. His Metamorphosis was running up, though. He had to go for the TP, and Slapped used the Eye of the Storm pretty much in his face to get the stun, stop the TP, and eventually get the kill. So well played there, as they end up catching him trying to push that top tower. And obviously was well short from that, so well played by Sync. An important kill for them on Pexu was over even 400 GPM for a lot of this earlier game, starting to be slowing down a little bit now. That Mock of Brilliance, it's a-coming. And obviously the game definitely changes pace once he gets that Mock. Arcane Vortex stopping the jump on a Prisoner here. They're going to go for some counter kills. Fade in trouble. The Fisher Stun hits Rhapsody as well. Actually, will use the staccatos now. Doctor flies in, trying to make something happen, but here comes Riptide. Puts the Undertow out. Now he's going for Behemoth. He will end up getting Dr. Repulsor in the end, as Behemoth is going to keep running right here. And I think actually make the escape. Yeah, it does with the Fisher. That will be the end of that. But they did get 2 kills, 4 Fade. In fact, it's probably going to be a 3rd kill right here. That damage you pointed out earlier, too. I mean, that deserted, man. It's a lot of added damage. What is it, 60 at this level? Or 45, but still.
Yeah.
45 true damage. That'll do. So he's nearly 500 gold per minute, and he doesn't even have his Mock yet. Wow. I guess 5-0-4 helps with that.
Yeah, definitely. It comes down to the fact that I really like that they were able to Tri-Lane. Like, it's a Doctor pick, so because Doctor's really weak, like I said, against Tri-Lanes, and he's just not going to be able to recover this game.
Well,
they have a decent.
I was was going to say, I mean, that's one way to kind of start doing it at least. Getting a kill on a Haxer and stopping that streak there. So that's big. You're getting at, though, they have a decent...
Yeah, they have a decent team against Dr. Repulsor with the Riptide Silence, the Puppet Master holds. So
yeah.
I really, like, I keep saying it, but I really like Slap's draft here.
Middle lane, they're going to open on a Behemoth. Moira could not get there in time. In fact, I was going to say this might backfire into her, and here we go. The Eye of the Storm. He gets pulled in by the Arcane Vortex on the other side as she comes out of it. That's pretty big, actually. She will throw out the Mana Center, does die eventually. Puppet Master, though, is going to die in return. That Voodoo Puppet, not enough damage. Riptide tried to make it happen. Wasn't to be, though, so Prisoner is going to make it back to base right here. You do see Doctor, by the way. He does get that glowstone, so the icon is on its way right here. I mean, there's just so many kills this game, so can get some charges here eventually once he has it. Which would be nice. Oh, this is not going to help, though. There's that silence. Sandwraith ports in, and yep, he was an animation of using that ludicrous speed. I mean, so that wasn't much silence from Riptide even. It's supposed to be 4 seconds with the water. It felt even less than that.
He didn't hit it on the water. He casted it before the water actually hit him.
That's what it was then, yeah. Left a little shorter. But it still was enough. He's new to Riptide. Give him a break. Down goes Moira there as well. And Zlap has really got in control. That's something we have seen about Riptide again once as well. It's actually Behemoth. He never just yet. I mean, the action in this game is just, it really is not stopped. 21-14 now. We're only 15 minutes into the game. That's pretty ridiculous. Prisoner, it's not going to stop either now. Using the prison break, hoping for a turn kill. It's not even close, though. Well, actually, it did get kind of close. Puppet Master got low right there, but not enough. Too much support. Then it's Sanitarius unslapped. Also doing a lot of work. So, yeah, I mean, that's an item we see on him, but also he's definitely a hero that will start to taper off, but boy, can he get a snowball start and make it work, and that's kind of what we're seeing here in this game. Riptide's gotten a lot of attention lately.
Yeah, this game's starting to snowball a little bit out of control. Warbeast is actually going the puzzle box build.
Interesting.
I mean, it's alright. It's a good build against the Fade and the Puppet Master Riptide because they're three heroes that kind of rely on the invis factor.
Yeah, that's true. But that does take away a little bit of his carry presence, though. As far
Yeah,
as
it does.
carry.
Because he doesn't do as much with his puzzle boxes on cooldown.
Mm-hmm. It's more of the counter push, more of the solo push style kind of build. So yeah, I mean it could work, but I don't know. To me, that's more of a if this Doctor was farming very well or decent even, like I think that would be a little more appropriate. But it feels like it's a little too not the best. And again, he's basically making a point that they're not competing late game. I mean, they're going for we want to try to win it here in the next 10 minutes or so. Well, that's not happening right now. It's another kill on the Squirry.
Yeah. I can't see Doctor recovering from this.
It ain't
Mario
pretty.
Party mid?
Mario Party. I love how you can just go back and forth with it, too. We see some players kind of messing with that. He's trying to catch. There we go. He catches somebody, but now he runs immediately. He caught Warbeast there with all the minions, and then immediately turns the other direction, so kind of toying with him a little bit right there. And now he'll farm the Ancient. So, I mean, Riptide himself, though, is like not only getting kills, but then keeping the team distracted completely, while Sandwraith is now going to work on his next tier item. Again, he has the Mock, obviously. You got Puppet Master, who's continuing to farm very well. 15 more 100 gold saved up on him. Yeah, I mean, Sync is really... They would need a lot to go wrong here for them to not be in a good spot here moving forward. Portal Key on Prisoner. So there is, again, another positive there, at least, for Revolution.
Yeah, but it all they have to initiate with the Portal Key. Otherwise, the Sandwraith Mock is going to just totally mess with that.
For Moira here. Got some Striders. Can't stride away from Fade, though. But here comes Warbeast. Then ulti form. He's going to do some decent damage, actually. Pull back in for Prisoner. They're going to go 1 kill on a Rhapsody. Fade already dead. Is it Riptide? Yep, he's dead as well. Prisoner actually managed to live with barely any life to none, practically. As Puppet Master makes the escape out of there. So hell of a fight there for Revolution. Only loss was a Moira. They got a 3 for 1. They'll take that, definitely.
And Haxer and ultied, hoping to finish off the Prisoner.
Oh. Yeah, he came up short there. I guess he TP'd back in time. That's a little unfortunate. So another 85 seconds before he's going to be able to use that here. It looks like Hax might be just going Shrunken Head here instead.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good choice. But I hope he goes Shrunken Head into the Resto staff.
Yeah.
It's a fun item build to see.
And it's good. I mean, Imavoy has really shown that it's clearly a very powerful one, and we definitely have been seeing it several times since then. Kind of pick up steam here, so. And you, as a great carry player yourself, you agree with it, so something tells me, yeah, it should be more the standard build even. So, but you know, for an old school player like Haxerin, who has a lot of history playing Santa Wraith from the early days, that's what makes me kind of wonder if I mean, we're talking about a player that's been around for a very long time, and Santa Wraith has had a lot of history. It's never been a staff Resto Stone. That's never been a thing for the longest time. Now, you know, you got to keep up with the times, sure, and he's a smart enough guy to know that, but I kind of wonder if that's going to play a role here. If he's going to be stuck in his old ways, the grumpy old man.
Well, I mean, I can see, like, if you're not the only carry, it's a fine item build to go.
Yeah.
But if you're playing hard carry Sand Wraith, you might not want to do that item build.
Okay. Yeah, well, they did the other puppet here, as you pointed out, so it's even more opening for that, that chat troll, man. You know, I really am hoping almost that this build does kind of work out for Pexu with this puzzle box. I mean, it's almost level 3, in fact. And he is 7-2-8, farming 475 gold per minute. So, like, he is also one of those spots where, you know, he's going to get that level 3 now, and then he can go for that demonic and, like, the brutalizer and still actually have that threat of being a pretty hard hitter, but then also have these minions to assist with all of that. So, it could still work out, I guess, come the late game. It's just, you know, it's going to be a little bit different of a route to get there.
Yeah. So Zlap, he picked up a portal key, which I don't really agree with that item pickup. I guess he wants it because he wants more initiation, but yeah, I think I would have rather seen like the BKB, Bulwark, Basher maybe. Type.
Wow. Doctor just got wrecked. But again, that'll keep happening. As you pointed out, this is a very strong team against that Doctor. Pull in onto Sand Wraith, by the way, but Puppet Master going back in. Riptide joining the party as well. They are going to kill Sand Wraith, however, so that's a good start here for the Legion side. They do lose Prisoner in return, but can't win them all, I guess, as far as exchanging goes, so they still come on top there, at least with the Sand Wraith kill, but they did lose Doctor before that, so yeah, maybe not. In fact, it could get worse, actually. Warbeast, uh-oh. Yeah, he stuck around to farm some creeps. That was a greedy play on his part. And Zibe ends up getting credit for the kill, but slapped a lot of that there. So, yeah, going over his items there. Well, the portal key did come into play there, to be fair. But
yeah, it did.
there was that. Oh, middle tower. That's a free kill for them. And now Fade. Is this? That's a real Fade, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a dead Moira as well. Sirox has not had a good game.
So Serenia just got blasted.
Yes, he did.
What
happened?
So Sand Wraith actually does have a shrunken head now. So I mean, he could go like the Geometers route, or he could go Resto. So I hope he goes to Resto. I want to see a Resto.
Okay. Yeah. It is, I agree, especially as Spectre too. It's definitely a little more fun to see. So he's going to ulti in right here, actually, on a Prisoner. And eventually Discerning kicks in for the kill. Yeah, the Riptide running over. Oh, I thought he actually did use the Eye of the Storm, but no, he's going to use it right here. Oh, he was right in a Doctor. Oh, boy. Going to be submerged. Out comes the silence, the burst. He is going to barely be able to get away, though, at the last second. So at least for Doctor, he will survive. And now you see Warbeast chasing back with that puzzle box. Stun comes out, only hits Warbeast though. And I think Puppet Master actually is going to die here. Yep. There's a fissure. And down he goes. So yeah, all those minions and everything. Arcane Vortex will miss Fade, by the way. They thought they got her, but no. They did not.
Yeah, that's unfortunate that Doctor actually lived there for Zinc, because Puppet Master could have actually last hit him there. But I think he thought he was dead, so he decided to go for someone else.
Yeah, the misplay. Moira. Again. This is not a good game for her. 11 deaths.
Oh wow, I didn't even realize she had that many deaths.
Yep. It's been kind of the same thing. Behemoth gets caught by the waves. Riptide goes in and the rest of the team here. Sandwraith again joining the party. Warbeast is dead. Last auto attack does finish him off right there. Prisoner will run away. Damage already done though. And Sandwraith is going to disappoint us. He's going the Firebrand.
I mean, it's still a really solid pickup, but just not as entertaining.
Yeah. Void Talisman picked up on Serenia. Again, a pretty good item to have in general lately on the scene, it feels like, but also especially against the heroes like Prisoner and Warbeast. Right here, so that'll be good. Token, gonna be... Who would you give it to? Puppet? Yeah, they're gonna give it to Puppet here.
Because he's the only one without a shrunken head. Well, I guess Riptide doesn't, but Sandwraith does.
Yeah. So I like him there for it. Yeah, I think this is Haxford kind of just in his old ways, to be honest. I wonder, like, I mean, again, I'm sure he's familiar with it, but likes this being able to do damage himself kind of build idea.
Yeah, it's definitely a good build, and it really, like, you don't want to go Arresto and then, like, accidentally throw the game or something. Well, not throw the game, but just not have, like, enough damage, I guess. Not that carry presence.
He's checking out right here. Is he going anywhere? No. He's just scouting with it. So, obviously, only an 80-second cooldown right here. He's able to use it a little more willingly as Dr. Repulsor again falls. Riptide finds him.
The Mario Party.
It's too good, man.
Yeah. I really like that when Riptide hits someone with his ultimate, it submerges them in water, so you can just silence them instantly.
Yeah, that took us a while to understand when we first started seeing this hero due to the changes. Yeah, I remember we were discussing that. We're like, wait, how did that work? And but yeah, as you pointed out, it's for a couple of seconds, I believe. For 5 seconds even. Wow, it's even longer than I thought. Yeah, so they're submerged in water for 5 seconds initially. So yeah, you will be enhanced at that for the next 5 seconds there. And then you could also put down your puddle anyways, which is only now a 20-second cooldown. So yeah, I mean, this really is a strong hero, man. But like we did talk about earlier, I mean, he will taper off, as you've seen many times before.
Yeah.
In the games.
I mean, he gets like a shrunken head and a bastion, though. As long as he's able to sit on someone.
Yeah, he can still be of use for sure. He's just not that as scary as a threat. I mean, as I guess a lot of these gank heroes are. They're kind of like a Deadwood, a Pebbles, really. Although Pebbles will hit really hard.
I don't know. Was it after DreamHack that like some of the heroes like Riptide, Fade, Sandwraith started coming back? Because their meta is like so aggressive and ganky.
Well, Riptide was a tournament rules introduction, so that helped there. But yeah, Sandwraith is kind of. I don't know what really did it for Sandwraith, to be honest. I think it might have just been the meta of the Tundra. I mean, I think it was before Tundra, actually, though. So the whole global presence. I know Southeast Asia had used it for a bit before that, too. And so maybe it was a little bit of that. Our scene has kind of picked up on that. I know there's a lot going on the bottom lane. It's really just Sync just winning it. And there you go. The GGs are going to be called. So, yeah, I was watching it really the whole time there. They just absolutely dominated them. It was clear that the items and the gold, the experience, everything being the advantage there played a role in that final fight. So, Sync, they will take the series 2-0, and that means they get the bonus points, so 3 and